There was a point in time where I got tired of hearing about how we need to abolish and defund prisons and jails and police systems. Too much money goes to these things. We need new things put in place so that we can have a better society. I got tired of hearing that, so I just said, you know what? I hope whoever's spouting this nonsense just does it. They go to their local government facilities and gets it done. They defund the police in their areas, or they abolish them altogether. And let's see how far you get. Either you prove everybody wrong and we can live in a society where we don't need prisons. We don't need the police. We don't need as much money going to police departments, and we can live in a better society. Or you have the situation of, obviously, once you take the police out of certain areas, crime is going to go up and people are going to be affected by that. And wouldn't you know it, out of anybody who could possibly have a problem with crime rising, it's the NAACP.
7:05, the Oakland NAACP wants city leaders to declare a state of emergency because of rising crime. An open letter was issued by the NAACP, and it blasted both city and county officials. The head of the Oakland NAACP and Bishop Bob Jackson of Acts Full Gospel Church wrote the letter. It called crime in Oakland a crisis that mainly affects minority communities. Now, the NAACP statement said, quote, failed leadership, including the movement to defund the police, our district attorney's unwillingness to charge and prosecute people who murder and commit life-threatening serious crimes, and the proliferation of anti-police rhetoric have created a heyday for Oakland criminals.
Now, I'm not going to bore you with the entire statement. You can read it or pause to read it if you are so inclined, but I do just want to read 3 specific parts that made me giggle. African Americans are disproportionately hit the hardest by crime in East Oakland and other parts of the city. But residents from all parts of the city report that they do not feel safe. Women are targeted by young mobs and viciously beaten and robbed in downtown and uptown neighborhoods. Asians are assaulted in Chinatown. Street vendors are robbed in Fruitvale. News crews have their cameras stolen while they report on crime. PG&E workers are robbed and now required private security when they are out working. Everyone is in danger. People are moving out of Oakland in droves. They are afraid to venture out of their homes to go to work, shop, or dine in Oakland, and this is destroying economic activity. Businesses, small and large, struggle and close. Tax revenues vanish, and we are creating a notorious doom loop where life in our city continues to spiral downward. As economic pain increases, the conditions that help create crime and criminals are exacerbated by desperate people with no employment opportunities. We urge African Americans to speak out and demand improved public safety. We also encourage Oakland's white, Asian, and Latino communities to speak out against crime and stop allowing themselves to be shamed into silence. There is nothing compassionate or progressive about allowing criminal behavior to fester and rob Oakland residents of their basic rights to public safety. It is not racist or unkind to want to be safe from crime. No one should live in fear in our city. Who could have possibly foreseen circumstances where if you remove the police and if you defund them, if you put them in positions where they can't show up and help people in situations, more people are going to be affected? How many times have I come on this channel in multiple videos and said to all these people who are perfectly fine watching other people get robbed and say things like, insurance covers anything? How many times do I look you in your eyes and say, can I come rob you? Can I take your things? I'm disenfranchised. I'm struck down by this system of oppression. May I come steal your pantaloons, your shirt, your phone, your car, your inside valuables? Was that? No? Because it's you? Well, golly gee willikers, Batman, that's not how that's supposed to work, because a criminal don't fucking care. And it's amazing that I read that to you, or you read the entire thing, when you have people openly saying the NAACP is in the wrong for calling out the issues in the city.
Today I visited the site of the latest shooting in downtown Oakland to ask Oaklanders if they thought declaring a state of emergency would make a difference. Each person I approached happened to be a victim of violence at least once before, but the reviews were mixed.
I'm a victim over 5 times in 5 years.
Umar Ibrahim said he believes something needs to be done, even if it means declaring a state of emergency. Others didn't agree.
I think symbolism is super important, especially in this day and age of social media and everybody wanting to like see something that's like big and drastic in a headline. So my question would be, what would a state of emergency really mean on the ground, and could that possibly actually further harm the narrative around Oakland?
How many times? How many times we gonna have this conversation? We need some ideas. We do. And I'm man enough to say I don't have any ideas on how to make sure crime does not continue to increase. But I can damn sure tell you this. I need the police in my life, because without them, I'll be dealing with a bunch of shit that I do not want to tolerate, because I will be someone to shoot on sight if you come to take anything from me, because I value my remote for my monitor. I value my 35 pack of gum. Yes, that is that many. I value my keyboard. I value this AirPod case. I value these headphones. I value my dildos all across the room, which you cannot see, because they are all more important than any of you to me. And if you steal them from me, or you attempt to take them from my possession, you are going to have to deal with a funeral that you did not expect to deal with. And to end this, it's very simple. Have some ideas. Have some constructive conversation. Actually come to the table and address the issues. It's not racist to call out a problem. You're not a bigot if you see a problem that you want solved. And anyone who talks down on you and calls you those things, there's somebody who is incapable of seeing the bigger picture, and they just want to have the correct take for TikTok and Twitter. No, I'm not calling it X. It is a world full of people who are desperate to be right, but they don't know how to get out of their own bubble. When you're coming up with an idea that you think is absolutely perfect, you need to ask yourself, is it perfect for just me, or is it perfect for the rest of the general public? And if it's not perfect for the rest of the general public, the idea sucks. Fix it and come back with a better one. But until then, subscribe to the channel. I want to know all your bigoted thoughts about how we need to stop crime in the streets in the comment section down below. I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.